Yo, what's going on with y'all today? Today I got another video for y'all. A lot of distractions, it's something new on the news every day. There's always something going on social media, or just, you feel like you have to keep up a lot of times. And me, myself, personally, I don't feel like I have to keep up with anybody. The only person that I compete with is myself. And I've come to a point in my life where a lot of things don't bother me. I feel like I've matured a lot. And a lot of that came from just observing and reading and paying attention to people's mistakes and learning how to learn from their mistakes, and just obtaining small bits of knowledge, every once in a while. You don't have to learn everything at once, trust me. The best way to learn things is just to learn it little by little. I always try to rationalize why things happen, get better at reading people, and get better at communicating with people and learning from like I said, learning from people's mistakes. So for me, for instance, I work around a lot of older guys, and there's a common pattern between these guys. There's people, some people are living paycheck to paycheck. Some people are at jobs because they have nothing else to do. But a majority of people are, they're on the brink, as far as finances. And when I get to know these guys and I talk to them and stuff like that, they always tell me the things that they did when they were younger. And when they tell me these things, they all sound like similar stories. They're usually mistakes that they made, stuff like that, what they wish they would have done better and stuff like that. And people who are in their early 20s and stuff like that, whether you're a teenager, we all hear the same things. We all hear the same type of talk, what older people wish they would have done when they were younger. It gets old, you know what I'm saying? But when you hear it so much, you kind of have to realize that, if this is the case, if this is common between all of these adults, then what's stopping it from happening to me? You know what I'm saying? And it's always good to take advice from people who want the best for you. And I know it sounds boring, but just think about it. Just try to listen to people who know a lot more than me, that have been through it, have already done it. And when you have that type of mindset, it can give you a real good peace of mind on whether you're doing the right thing or not. Because one of the biggest worries of being young is worrying that you're not doing the right thing or not knowing where you'll end up in the future. And you really have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about if you are making small habits that'll change your life for the better. And I'll give you an example. I just started doing yoga, about a couple weeks ago. And the way I do it was I don't go to classes every day and stuff like that. I don't need a big group to do it with me. I don't even do it for 30 minutes. I do 10 minutes of yoga every day, just 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes may turn into something else, And it's that small habit that'll give me good health. It's that small habit that'll keep me loose. It'll keep my joints good. And it'll do all these, these wonderful things for my body. And that's one less thing that I got to worry about. And it's small habits like that you change your life with. Just doing little things, just developing new habits, investing just a little bit of money. It doesn't have to be a lot. Investing a little bit of money into something that's going to appreciate and value, and just doing small things like that and just building good habits. And focus on one thing at a time. When you focus on one thing at a time, it's a lot easier to manage. You don't want to try to get all these hustles in your mind. You don't want to try to do a side hustle here and try to improve your life in this part and this part and this part, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. You're not going to be able to get anything done at all. You will be better working in one thing and making that thing as best as possible, better than just trying to do a whole lot of things at once. You know what I'm saying? You will see a lot more progress. Trust me, you will see a lot more progress in just focusing on one thing. And once you master that one thing, that's when you move on to the next thing. And it doesn't take as long as you think it does, no matter the case. Obviously, if it's a bigger project, you're gonna need a little bit more patience. But small things, start with the small things in your life. What small things do you want to change about yourself? Do you want better health? Do you want to look better? Do you want to feel better? And a good way to figure this out about yourself is to go somewhere alone, go somewhere where nobody can bother you, and just take a notebook and a pen or something like that. And don't bring any phone with you. Don't bring any electronics with you. Don't bring anything with you. And what this does is it gives you a good chance to really let your thoughts surface, because you know, we're on our phone, we're watching TV, we're around friends all the time. You don't really get time to be around yourself. You know, like, who are you? You know, without all of that, like, who are you? What type of problems or emotional issues are you dealing with on the back burner? You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore that stuff. And I know it's a scary feeling to face those thoughts, but you had to face them eventually, because if not, you can mess your life, or you can mess up opportunities. And you may not be prepared for certain things. You may not be prepared for the right person just because you never fixed that emotional issue, or you never fixed that part of you that you want to change. And there may be a lot of things about yourself that you want to change, you know, but like I said, pick one thing out of those things that you want to change, improve that and master it, and then you move on to the next thing. That's how you change as a person. And once you get all these attributes, before you know it, you'll have like this overwhelming confidence. You'll feel like that you can do anything, because now you have you know that you can fix things on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build confidence, is fixing things on your own, and knowing that all of this that's given to you, your mind and your body, it's enough. It's enough to fix the things in your life, but you have to be willing to find yourself. You got to be willing to be alone with yourself and figure out what these things are. And that's why I have such a good peace of mind, because this, you know, things don't really bother me. You know, like I know like a big thing is people are like, dating game so bad, the housing market is messed up, you know, whatever it may be. These things don't bother me, and the reason why is because I know that I'm doing the right thing. As long as I'm doing the right thing, you know, there's always going to be a positive outcome on the other side. If I'm a certain person, I don't have to worry about getting with a certain person. You know what I mean? Like, if you are good and you carry yourself good, you feel like you're boring, uninteresting, something like that, somebody out there is gonna like you for those qualities, just as long as you remain yourself. Don't try to be anything you're not, because if you try to be something that you're not, you're gonna attract something that you don't need. Just focus on being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on being whoever God made you to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have such a good focus on the things that matter rather than the things that don't matter, and the things that are positive. Always try to always just focus on the things that have to do with me. I'm not really worried about what's on Instagram. I'm not really worried about what such and such doing from high school. You know, everything that I focus on, I always try to have it pertaining to me specifically. I got a new setup, as y'all can see. You know, it's not a lot, but you know, I'm just trying to get that piece by piece. Like I said, it's little by little, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe. It's Lemon Chill.